Welcome everybody to the 1967 World Series Retro Replay. We are seeing the St. Louis Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox in Game 7 of the 67 World Series. It's the top of the fourth when we join the action, and the score is 1-0 Boston. The only run of the game is a Petrocelli home run. So we go to... and it's a 1-5. 1-5. It's going to be a fly ball to right field, one away. And it's Orlando Cepeda. Cepeda struck out in his last at bat. And it's 6-9. 6-9 is going to be a fly ball to left field, two away, top of the fourth. And it's going to be Tim McCarver. Tim McCarver singled. And it's a 3-7. It's a ground ball to the third baseman. And Foy over to first. 3 away. 3 up, 3. A mound for St. Louis, and it's going to be 1-9. It's going to be a fly ball to center. 1 away, and it's George Scott. George Scott flew out to center in his last at bat. He's 0 for 1. And it's 2-6. 2-6. 2-6 is going to be a line drive, base hit. Scott's on at first. This will be Reggie Smith. Reggie Smith grounded back to the pitcher. It's a 1-12. 1-12, and that's going to be a line out to the second baseman. And it's Rico Petrocelli. He hit a solo shot in the third inning. That's a 1-5. It's a fly ball, medium left. Left fielder, Brock. Mike Shannon, he's 0 for 1. He struck out. It's a 2-7. It's going to be a strikeout. It's a fourth strikeout for Lomborg. And it's Julian Javier. He flew out to left field. And it's a 6-8. That's off Lomborg's card. 8 is a ground ball, second base X. Second baseman is a 3, and that's a 12 on the 20-sided die. And that's going to be an easy grounder, which he gets over to first for out number 2. And it's Dal Maxville, the shortstop. And it's a 4-5, but that's going to be off Lomborg's card, and that's going to be a strikeout. It's a 3-6. A 3-6 is a strikeout for Howard, and that's Gibson. But it's off Gibson's card, 5-9. That's going to be a split, a 4. It's a line drive base hit, and Lomborg is on with a single. And Joe Foy is up, and it's a 3-8. 3-8 single, and Lomborg is going to stop at second. So first and second, one out here in the bottom of the fifth. There's some movement in the St. Louis bullpen, and it's a 1-4. A 1-4 is a single base hit up the middle, and around to score is Lomborg, and over to third is Foy, and we have first and third. So that's 3 consecutive hits by the Red Sox against Gibson. And there's going to be a visit to the mound. And I'm going to take a quick look at the bullpen for the Cardinals. We got Nelly Briles warming up. And we're going to have Joe Horner. So Joe Horner and Nelly Briles warming up in the Cardinal bullpen. And with first and third in the infield in now, it's going to be Carl Yastrzemski. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a 3-5. 3-5. That ball is way back. That's a no-doubter. 3-run home run by Carl Yastrzemski. And now the Red Sox lead it by a score of 4-5 to nothing. And that's going to be all for Gibson. One out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And then is going to be coming in is going to be Joe Horner. All right, so it's a big shot there by Yastrzemski with 2 runners on. And here's the pitch from Horner to Kenny Harrelson, who's 0 for 2 on the day. And that's a 1-7. A 1-7 is a pop-up to the left side. Third baseman gets under that. And that's 2 away now. It's going to be George Scott, who's 0 for 2 on George Scott, yes, who's 0 for 2 on the day. That's a 6-7. A 6-7 line drive caught by the third baseman. And that's the end of the fifth inning. And the Red Sox come up with 4 big runs here on 4 hits. And they lead it now 5-0 going to the top of the 6th inning. We are joining the action in the top of the 7th. And the score is 5-2 Boston. And we have runners on first and third for the Cardinals with nobody out. Santiago has come in relief of Lomborg, and Bobby Tolan, the pinch hitter, is up at bat, and he's batting for Horner. So it's Tolan for Horner in the top of the 7th with first and third. So the tying run is at the plate. Bobby Tolan, here's the pitch from Santiago. And it's a 2-5. A 2-5 is a strikeout. So that's the first out of the inning. And it's Phil Gagliano. He struck out in his last at bat. He came in as a double switch. And it's a 5-6. 5-6, and that's going to be a ground ball X to the second baseman. Second baseman is a 3, and it's a 20. It's going to be a roll again. It's a 3. That's going to be a line drive base hit of all the second baseman just couldn't get to, and that's going to score a run. In comes Shannon, and over to second is going to go Javier. You have an RBI single by Gagliano. And the score is now 5-3 Red Sox. And it's Lou Brock coming to bat. Lou Brock is 0 for 3 on the day. He fouled out and struck out and grounded out. So here he is, Lou Brock, with runners on first and second. The score 5-3. The Cardinals came up with 3 runs here in the top of the 7th. And it's a 4-2, so it's off Santiago's card. A 2 is a ground ball to the first baseman. And both runners are going to move up. And with 2 out now, you have runners on second and third. So the tying run stands at second in Gagliano. And Kurt Flood. Kurt Flood is 1 for 3 on the day. And it's a 3-6. Let's see what it is on Flood's card. It's a line drive base hit. And in comes Javier to score. That makes it 5-4. And Gagliano, they're waving him home, and we're going to get a play at the plate, and that's a 10. And if we look at Gagliano, he's a 1-11, so he's going to come in, and he's going to score. And now the game is tied. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs here in the top of the 7th inning. And Kurt Flood comes through big with a 2-run single with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. And we go to Roger Maris. Roger Maris against Joe Santiago in relief of Lomborg. 4 runs are going to be credited to Lomborg. The first 4 batters, first one hit a home run, which was Cepeda, and the next 3 batters singled, walked, and singled again. So now it's Maris with the go-ahead run at first base. Here's the pitch. It's a 5-6. It's going to be off Santiago. It's a ground ball to second base. X again. It's a 9. It's a 9. Andrews is a 3, and that 9 is going to be a ball that's easily handled by Andrews. And he flips over to the shortstop, Petro, and they're out of the inning with a force out. But they score 5 big runs in the top of the 7th inning to tie the game. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. The score is tied 5-5 in Game 7 of the 67 World Series. And here we are. We are back joining the action in the top of the 9th of Game 7 of the 1967 World Series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox. We are at Fenway Park. The score is Boston 6, St. Louis 5. And in the top of the 9th for the Cardinals, we have Javier, a pinch hitter, and that's going to be Ricketts and Gagliano against Ozinski. And here is the pitch from Ozinski. And that's a 5-3. A 5-3 is a ground ball back to the pitcher, Ozinski. And that's going to be a 3. And the side die says 2, so that's a base hit. That's going to be Javier on at first base with the tying run. And we're going to have a pinch hitter, Ricketts, the catcher. And Ricketts, in 99 at-bats, hit 8 doubles and 1 home run, 273 average, with 4 walks. And we're going to have him bunt. That's going to be an 11. And that's going to be a batter pops out to the first baseman. So that's an epic fail for Ricketts. And it's going to be Gagliano. See Javier's speed. Javier is base stealing D. Pretty good speed on the bases. And this is Phil Gagliano, who batted .221 with 7 doubles, 0 triples, and 2 home runs in 1967. Here's the pitch from Ozinski, and it's a 5-5. 5-5 is going to be a split, 1-3 triple and a 4-20 single, and it's a 14, so it's a single with 2 stars. So Javier moves over to third, and the tying run stands 90 feet away. Big single by Gagliano. He's actually 2 for 3 on the day after coming in a double switch to replace Maxwell. And it's going to be Lou Brock. Lou Brock here in the top of the 9th against Ozinski. And it's a 3-7. A 3-7 is a high fly to the right side. And it looks like the first baseman, Scott, is under it. And that's 2 away now. So this is the last out for the Cardinals, and it's Kurt Flood who steps into the batter's box, and Ozinski steps off the mound. Kurt Flood steps out, and we're in the top of the 9th. There's 2 outs. The tying run is 90 feet away at third base in Javier, and the pitcher's Ozinski. And he looks for the sign. He sets, and he deals the pitch. It's swung on, and it's lined, caught by the first baseman, Scott, and that's all she wrote. It's a line drive to Scott, and that's the end of the game. The Boston Red Sox win it by a score of 6-5. And that run was scored in the 7th inning when there was a single by Andrews and then a single by Yastrzemski, sending Andrews to third. With first and third, it was a ball hit to the first baseman, Cepeda, and he mishandled that ball. It rolled away from him, and Andrews was able to score. And that's how they got the 6th run and the winning run of the game. So the 1967 World Series goes to the Boston Red Sox. We rewrite history. The final score is Boston 6 and St. Louis 5. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon with another 60s World Series. Take care now.